Awesome, cool. Yeah, so we're starting now. Yeah, so thank you so much for coming, guys. As I explained just now, this is welcome to our office. I'm one of the co-founders of FutureLab, and just to explain what FutureLab is, we actually build a platform to help like students, young professionals, and wannabe entrepreneurs to find mentors like Sarah. So you can basically ask them like, hey, how do you get the Cradle grant? You know, so because I feel like that's something that we lack. We don't have that kind of connectivity. So to keep it brief, you know, what we really try to help is that knowledge gap, because I think there's a lot of opportunities in Malaysia for entrepreneurs, for students. It's just that it's hard to find the information, and then you have to go for those events, and sometimes it's not that personal, then you can't really ask them the questions that you want. So we like to do stuff where you can connect with them anywhere when you're free. You can just find them online and then just book a time with them or meet them for coffee, and they can pick their minds and everything. So yeah, just to, because I know you guys are here for Cradle, so I'll introduce to you Sarah. We're actually a Cradle recipient. She was our analyst, so she fought for our case and we got the government grant. So I'm passing her knowledge to you guys, so you guys can share as well. Sarah?
Hello everyone. So my name is Sarah. I'm an analyst with Cradle Fund. Specifically, I'm with the direct equity team. So I am with the equity investment team. So I will start the session today with some brief introduction on Cradle. I think it's on, but it's for the live streaming, right? Yeah, so it's not going to be... Okay. So I'll start with a very brief introduction on Cradle. Let me play this slide from here. Okay, this is Cradle as a whole. So we are an agency under Ministry of Finance. We are a funding agency. We started in 2003 up to 2017. We started with 50K grant. So it's CIP 50K. So after a while, we have new products, and our last product was CIP Catalyst and also CIP 500. So CIP Catalyst is a prototype grant for you to start when you have an idea, but you need money for you to build the prototype or for you to build your own MVP to validate your idea. So for CIP 500, it's a commercialization grant. So you have your market ready, you have your product ready, you need money for commercialization, for you to do marketing, for you to do expansion. So that is our last two product, grant product. So up to 2017. So this is a few of Cradle milestone. Briefly, in 2011, we launched Coach and Grow program. It's a coaching, mentoring coaching, one-to-one basis to train entrepreneurs. So we still have the program going on. It's a yearly intake. So if you are an entrepreneur, so you need guidance, it's free. You can apply to Coach and Grow program. They will do the screening. They will do the all the basic necessities before you get into the program. It's a 1-year program, so you will have your own assigned mentors to help you with your business, for business growth. So the next milestone for us is in 2013, we launched Angel Tax Incentive. It's for angel investor, high growth net worth individuals. So they can invest in early stage company, and they will get tax deduction from the government. So up to 500K after 2 years of investment. So this is the program for the angels, high net worth individuals. So in February 2017, we finally get the mandate from Ministry of Finance to launch our very own equity investment product. So we call it DEQ, Direct Equity Investment. So the ticket size is from 300K to 800K. Basically, it's to help you. Let's say you have a company, you are less than 5 years company, so you need money for expansion, and also for you to grow in the region, regionally, or you want to go to other cities in Malaysia. So we help you with that. So with equity investment, we take stake in the company, not more than 30%. I will go through the through the details of each of the product. So next Masun, this is our latest product. It's CIP 300. It's a pre-seed program which provide grants and value-added assistance up to 300K. So basically, CIP 300 is the hybrid of CIP Catalyst and also CIP 500. So we stopped CIP Catalyst and CIP 500 last year, end of last year. That was our last approval case was in late last year. So we stopped or we terminate the CIP 300, CIP Catalyst and also CIP 500, and we come out with CIP 300. So CIP 300 is the only grant product that we have now. It's a like I mentioned just now, it's a hybrid between CIP Catalyst and also CIP 500. So you have some money for you to do MVP, prototype development, and also some money for you to utilize for further funding. For commercialization. So you don't need to apply twice. So like previously, you have to, like for example, FutureLab, they apply for CIP Catalyst first for them to develop the prototype. So they have the prototype ready, and if they were to apply, they want the commercialization grant for them to grow their business, they have to apply for CIP 500 for them to use the funding for commercialization. It is solely for commercialization. And for CIP Catalyst, it's solely for product development. So with CIP 300, it's a combination of both, where you can develop prototype and at the same time you can utilize the funding for commercialization. Okay, I'll go through the details in a while. So a bit more about Cradle. This is what I mentioned just now. This is our last or our previous product. We have completed the both of the program, CIP Catalyst and also UCIP for university, 150K, and for CIP 500 it's a commercialization grant. So both has we have closed the application and we no longer have this program in our system. So some of our startup that we fund, Recommend, if you have heard of Recommend, it's a platform that connects customer to service professionals. So if let's say you need home renovation, just go to Recommend and you'll get quotation from all these service providers. We fund them for CIP Catalyst. Wobb, if you've heard of Wobb is Gen Y job apps. They receive our CIP Catalyst and also CIP 500. Didi and Friends, Digital Durian. This is some of our success stories. Grab, we funded Grab as well before they turn into Grab, while they are still My Taxi. So we funded them for their CIP Catalyst, product development, and also for commercialization. Kalis as well. So when one door closes, another opens. So this is CIP 300. Okay, a bit about CIP 300. It's a pre-seed, like I mentioned, it's a pre-seed program, grant program, reimbursement with value-added assistance up to 300K. It's for you to develop the commercialization, to develop your product and also to commercialize your product and services. So like I mentioned, it's a hybrid, so you don't have to apply twice. So it's if you need more than 300, then you have to go to DEQ 800. Eligibility criteria, Malaysian, 18 years above. You have to have a team of at least 2%. At least 2%. You cannot be an individual. It's either Sdn Bhd or less than 3 years Sdn Bhd, or and 51% company equity is held by Malaysian, and accumulated revenue not more than 3 million. So this is the eligibility criteria for 300. Our focus area, ICT. We also do non-ICT. Some of people perception is that Cradle only fund ICT, apps, tech. We don't fund anything non-ICT. No, we do fund non-ICT. We fund biotech companies. We fund green technology companies, and also machineries, engineering, and life sciences. Okay, this is the guideline for funding utilization for CIP 300. So 60% maximum is for commercialization, and 40% is for other activities that can be utilized, such as for product development. So let's say you have MVP, you want to develop a full prototype, so you can use a portion of the funding, maximum 40% for the development, and for the funding period is up to 18 months. These are some of the qualifying expenditure where you can utilize the funding. It's for salaries, office rentals, utilities, development, for your product development, commercialization. You can fund advertising, marketing, commercialization. If you were to hire a marketing person or marketing agency for you, you can use the funding. And also professional fees, such as legal fees, accounting fees, and secretarial fees. To apply for CIP 300, you have to go to our website, www.cradle.com.my. The first thing you have to do is to apply to pitch. So it's a very basic form. It's a one-pager kind of form, so where you put in all the eligibility criteria lah. We just want to check whether you are Malaysian, whether you are 18 and above, whether you have a company, whether you are alone or you are with a team. It's very basic requirement. And then once approved, you will get notification to send your pitch deck. They have guidelines for you, and send your pitch deck through the system. And also you can choose your pitch slot. So we have pitch for CIP 300 every month. So you just have to apply and get all the things required, and you will be called for pitching. So usually it's 2 to 3 days a month. So usually 60 company a month for CIP 300. Yeah, that's a lot. Yes. If when we were still we still have the CIP catalyst, we have like 80 because it's for individuals, so we have like 80 ideas coming every month. Yeah, like 4 days, 3 days spent for listening to the pitch. So for the pitching session, it's gonna be a 5-minute speech followed by Q&A. So at the end of the session, okay, after the some of the introduction, I will continue with the tips and tricks on how to pitch to get your ideas shortlisted. Okay, that's about it for CIP 300. Do we open for question first, or we open for question later? I think later. You want to ask question about CIP 300 now or later? It's a reimbursement grant, and we have success trigger as well, where you have to pay back certain amount, not all. Like, you can apply as an individual if you don't have a student Berhad, but eventually along the way you still have to register for student Berhad. Okay. Enterprise, yes, but you along the way you still have to convert your company to student Berhad. Okay, can we move on to the next product? This is the DEQ product, direct equity. So it's a equity investment product by Cradle. It's a developmental equity investment injection up to 800k. So it can go up to from 300k to 800k for local early stage startup. So the basic requirement is that all the IP has to be with the company. And you have to be a student Berhad, of course, because we're going to take your stake in the company, owned by at least 51% Malaysian shareholders, in operation not more than 5 years, and with accumulation of revenue of not more than 5 million. Okay, this is our investment focus: fintech, electronics and electrical, wholesale and retail, e-commerce, healthcare, oil and gas, communication, media, content, tourism, education, business services. Actually, it's pretty much everything which involves tech. our ticket size, we will put in money in your company, injection up to 800K. We have the option to choose whether to subscribe ordinary share or preference share, and our investment horizon is not more than 7 years. We don't want to be, have to be in the company for too long. So we expect the company to grow very fast, so then we can exit very fast. Okay, for DEQ 800, for you to apply is very easy. You just have to send your deck to equity@cradle.com.my. We will go through each and every application, and we will call you for meeting every application. So I will share on how are you going to build your pitch deck after this, so that it's very easy for investor to look into your business and to understand your business easily. Okay. A bit more on, okay, if you're aware, we also have a subsidiary company, sister company, Cradle Seed Ventures. The only Cradle Seed Ventures also is an equity investment company. So the only difference between DEQ 800 and CSV is that the ticket size. So our maximum ticket size is 800K, while for CSV, ticket size range from 1 million to 3 million. Okay. Apart from that, we also have co-investment program, where we co-invest together with our co-investment partner. So as of today, we have more than 34 co-investor with yeah. Okay, how do I go back? Yeah, the amount committed from 34 partners is 203 million ringgit as of today. So this is our some of our co-investment partner. Regional partners, we have partners from Japan. We have equity crowdfunding platform as well as our partner, Pitchin, Crowdo, Crowdplus. We have OSK, Engineers House, Platform, Lead Ventures. All these companies, we do co-investment with them. So for example, one of our investee company, Mau Kerja, we invest together with OSK. So our co-investment initiative started in 2015. So Mau Kerja is among the first company that we invest in together with OSK. So this is other than our program, we also have other than our investment program, we also have Cradle TV, where you can get new updates about Cradle all the time. And we also have co-working space in Glomac, Damansara, Work. I think it's full now. The rate now is full now, but you still can go there for events. We hold many events there in Work. So please like our Cradle Fund social media account and also Work account as well, because you'll get many updates on what's happening in the startup ecosystem. Yeah, this is the our social media account, Cradle Fund, Facebook, Twitter. We are available also on Instagram and Cradle TV. Okay, that's about it. I will. Okay, any questions from the floor or from the Facebook, live Facebook? Before I go into tips and tricks to apply for Cradle grants and also equity product. Next intake. Yeah, that will be next year. We have subject to approval from Ministry of Finance. You will be getting, once you get the approval, you will be getting the agreement. So you will have to go through all the terms and conditions once approved. Basically, it's a reimbursement grant, and in the agreement as well, we have the how you going to utilize your funding. So it's all in the agreement. Agreed, negotiated and agreed by both parties. Okay. For CIP 300, yes, we are still open for CIP 300. Application is open all year long, so you can apply whenever you are ready. You just can apply to pitch first, and yeah, it's any time of the year. We are open all year long. Same goes to CIP. Same goes to DEQ 800 as well. Okay. All right. I think we tips and tricks to getting CIP 300 and also DEQ grant products. Yes. I would want to make this session very casual. So if you guys have anything, just ask me questions. Or yeah, it's gonna be very casual. Don't limit yourself. Don't be shy. Okay. What Cradle look for in a startup? Okay. Knowing startup, basically we are looking into the projection of the company, because you are startup, you don't have anything. Basically, if you are starting, you are like 6-month company. There's so much info or there's so much finance numbers that we can look into. So most of the time we look into the team. We would want to know who are you, what is your background, how do you get to know each other, what is your role in the company, how are you going to benefit the company, what is your contribution to the company. So that is I would say our main things that we look into in a business, in a startup. So we really look into the team, and we look into what kind of market that you're looking into. We would prefer that the market is an emerging market and a fast-growing market, and your business model as well, and technology, because it is mandated from Ministry of Finance that we look into all these tech businesses, startups. Okay, so we want to know how good is your technology. We do technology duty, so we want to know how easy is it for people to replicate your business, your technology. What if the technology become obsolete? Do you have to close the business down? Things like that. Okay, for the funding process, you really have to knock on many doors. So I have known of a startup where they come to us like 5 times before they get shortlisted. Yeah, and it's okay to get rejected few times, because you can always ask. Let's say you go for pitch and you get the email that you got rejected. It's okay for you to ask them again, where do I need to improve, why didn't I get shortlisted. We always reply to questions like that, to email like that. So we want you to improve. So I've known a startup that applied 5 times, and each time he applied, and after the pitch, he will ask, what do you think of my business, to the panel. So you can always ask the panel after the 5 minutes pitch session. Always don't give up, because we can really see the passion, the fire in you, on how you really believe in your business, in your startup. You don't let rejection close the door for you. Okay? Yes? Okay, for CIP 300, you apply to pitch, and then you get approved for pitching. You choose your slot for pitching session. You send in your deck as well, and they will call you for pitch slide. So you have to be present during the pitching session. So it's a 5-minute pitching. You have to pitch to our panel, 5 minutes, and then Q&A. And then after 1 week, they will let you know the results, if you are shortlisted or if you are not shortlisted. Okay? Yes, you can always ask. You can always reply to that email, can I know why I didn't get shortlisted? We will always entertain that. And after the shortlisting, you will be assigned to analysts and also the disbursement manager. So the analyst will do all the interrogation to get to know your idea, to get to know you better. So Timeline-wise, it will be 2 to 3 months. The analyst will have to push your case to the recommendation panel for you to go to the final stage, which is the approval meeting. So during the approval meeting, you have to be present, and it's a 10-minute speech to our panel. So the panel will be our CEO, we have our internal and external panel as well. It's going to be a 10 minutes pitch and also Q&A after the 10 minutes speech. So that is the process like for CIP 300. And timeline-wise, yeah, it's 2 to 3 months, but sometimes we want you to further validate your idea. So we want you to strengthen up your idea, your business. So we put you on hold. So it really depends on case-to-case basis. If nothing goes wrong on everything is in place, it's going to take you 2 to 3 months. You will have really close relationship with your analyst during the application period. The analyst will definitely bombard you with questions because they need to defend your case to the panel. Okay, the funding process, don't give up, incorporate the company, identify your need. Sometimes you don't need VCs or you don't need grant. You just need to validate your idea first. You're in the stage where you need to validate your idea first. So you have to bootstrap. Because you know if you go to grant, you'll be rejected because your idea is not validated. You know if you go to VCs, they don't want to look at you because you don't have figures, you don't have numbers. So what you need to do is bootstrap, validate, run through your business idea, run through your business model again and again, get it strengthened up, know your target market. Along the validation process, you will eventually see who will pay for my business, who will pay for my solution. And you will eventually know and realize who will be my strategic partner along the way. You will, that is the part where you realize, you discover many things during the validation period. So once you have all that in place, you have your ideas validated, you have recognized or you have determined who will be your strategic partner, who will be your customer, your client, how much are they willing to pay for your business, for your solution, then you come to Cradle. This is my pitch. This is my business idea. So you have all the points that we look for in a startup, then you pitch to us. You just need to straighten up. Validation is very important. So sometimes you don't want to be a shock sendiri company. So you think everyone will use you. So everyone will benefit and they don't mind paying. But you don't ask around. You don't validate. You don't check whether or not your solution is needed, or is it probably it's needed, but it's not critical enough that people would want to pay for your solution. Validation is very, very important. Okay? Yes? That's why if you are passionate enough about your idea and you believe in your idea, usually people will, although they get rejected, they will still work on it. They will find friends, family to help them with the financial part. They will bootstrap and work on the idea they believe in. So sometimes you say you just want to do something else. You just want to drop everything and do something else. It's really up to you. But if you really believe in your idea, in your business, you will find ways. Did I answer your question? Not really. Yes. 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 That is usually what happens. So let's say startup get rejected, they ask us what's wrong with my idea. Do you have any recommendation? Do you have any comment or critiques about my idea? So we will help them improve. So like I mentioned just now, the startup that comes to us 5 times, so each time he improve. Keep on improvising improving the idea. Okay, and you can apply for how many times you like a Cradle, but once you get approved, you get 1 time approval only. But you can apply many times. So once you get rejected, you can apply again. Okay? No. For as long as you believe you have improvised and you are confident the panel won't reject you, or if they reject, they will give you further comment on your need, then you can always apply again. There's no like 2 months grace period, or no such thing. Yes. Validation. Yeah, actually it's very easy, and you don't really have to bear any cost, or very minimal cost for you to do MVP. So let's say you want to develop a website first, a beta version of the website. There's a lot of free what do you call? Yes, website for you. Yes, you can use your Facebook to do survey, online survey, Survey Monkey, things like that. It's very easy nowadays for you to validate your idea with very minimal cost. You don't have to like spend. Yeah. Yes. That will add. Yes, that will add to your to the analyst to see. Yeah, you have done this much. You have built your beta site. With your beta site, you have how many subscribers? Let's say, for example, you have like 2,000 subscribers already with very minimal marketing spend. That shows traction, and that helps you your company to further get funding from Cradle. Okay. Any more questions? Yes. Yeah. Before you before you start your idea, do competitive analysis. Sometimes people are so confident saying that we are the first in the world to do this. No, you're not. Yeah. But you can replicate ideas in states. Let's say there's one idea in US, and you want to localize it to Malaysia. Yeah, that is okay with us. But know your competitor. Oh, okay. Get an introduction is networking. So sometimes you need to see, you want to know certain VC or certain investor. So get an introduction. Get someone to intro. That is the fastest way for you to get to investor, to get through investor. So introduction. Get an email introduction, or get someone you know who know someone else that you want to know to intro you to that person. So that is where FutureLab is a good platform for you to know people, network, so that you can know more people that will be beneficial to your business. Okay, so yeah, come on. Outside of Cradle, sometimes you probably need VC, or you need other investor, yeah, that kind of introduction. Yes, this is a combination actually for both CIP 300 and DQ. Okay. Also, prepare a 2-page overview or executive summary of your business, so that let's say you get introduction, you can easily send the executive summary to the person that you want to get in touch with. And also prepare a 10 to 15 slide presentation. This is for later stage of the business lah. Okay. Yeah, 10 to 15 slide presentation. I will tell you what you should have in a slide presentation. Okay. Okay, this is what you should have in a slide presentation. First thing, you have to keep it very sweet and simple. Investor don't have time to, like, you know, spend so much time reading like 70 slides. Yeah, keep it very simple. And because for CIP 300, we have the guideline for you to follow. This is but this is what we want to see in the pitch as well lah, for CIP 300 and also for DEQ 800. So proof of concept, before you do your presentation slide, proof of concept, like I mentioned just now, you have to validate your product. That will definitely give you the security and to charge people, and also give you the credibility to your team. Okay. Okay, on the slide you have to put in the problem. What is the problem that you are solving? Is it a critical problem? Is it something you think your problem, and you think everyone share the same problem? Tell us a bit about your problem, and your market size, your solution. Who is your addressable market? Who will pay for your business? Who will pay for your solution? And this is where also you tell us about your solution. This is the problem, this is the solution. How are you solving the problem, and how are you charging your customer with your solution? So that is the business model. Are you going to, who is your customer? Based on your customer, are you going to charge, are you going to serve businesses, or are you going to serve customer B2C or B2B? That is where you will understand, and that is where you will realize who is your client. And usually B2B is will give you bigger chunk of money lah, compared to B2C. Okay, your business model, your competition, this is very important, because if you are a shock sendiri company, you don't know who is your competitor, it shows that you are not aware of your surrounding. So you don't know some other people have already done the same idea that you are doing. So yeah, know your competitor, be it regionally, internationally. Okay, marketing and financials. This is for VCs lah. If you already have numbers, what is your gross margin? What is your current traction? How many customers do you have? What's your revenue at the moment, and your 5 years projection? It's very important for the analyst to look into your financials as well. Yeah, current status of your startup. If you're in the later stage of startup, let's say you are a 3 years company, in 3 years time, in the 3 years, how many customers have you acquired? How much is your revenue? That is very valuable to the VCs, and also for DEQ 800. We really look into your revenue. We want we want the business model is to be established. We don't want you to still, trying whether this one fit you or this one fits you, things like that. Okay. Okay, this is again pre-pitch slide presentation. Not more than 9 to 5 slides. Backup slide are for Q&A. So sometimes you have all the competitive analysis. You don't want to put in the major 9 to 15 slides. You can put it in the backup slide, as a backup slide. Yeah, investor care about your business more than you have to have a presentable deck. But don't spend too much time doing all the animation. You have to click every time. So it's kind of actually annoying to investors if you put that kind of animation in your slide. Be very simple. Keep it very simple and sweet. pitch tips. Okay, this is also very crucial in the application process, especially for CIP 300. Some people they talk too much, or they don't know how to prioritize. So 5 minutes is not enough for them. Okay, usually by 5 minutes in Cradle for CIP 300 and previously in CIP Catalyst and also CIP 500, we are very strict with the timing. So 5 minutes, we ring the bell. So probably if you don't practice, if you talk too much, or you don't focus on what you're gonna say, you probably will stuck at solution or your problem before you go to business part, your team, other crucial thing that is important to the pitch. So I would suggest, if you want to practice for pitching, YouTube, you have a lot of elevated pitch. So see how they pitch, how they explain very each and every. They don't leave anything behind. So within 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, they can explain everything about the company, the business. Okay, tell a story. So if you are pitching, relate it to a scenario. Create a scenario, a problem. How are you going to solve the problem? Let's say for Wobb, I will take Wobb as an example. The problem that they are addressing is that Gen Y, they don't want to. They don't have attention span. Their attention span is very short. So when they scroll through very old school job platform, website ke, job street ke, all this job platform, it's very boring. You know, scroll description, job description, and it's not intuitive enough for them to apply straight away. So the problem that they are solving is that Gen Y, they go through the Wobb application, they swipe left to apply, swipe right to reject job advertisement. So in the same page or in the same screen, they can scroll down and see what is it like to work in the company. What is the culture like? You know, Gen Y is very different compared to Gen X and the previous generation. They care about value. They care about culture. So, you know, startups like GoGet, startups like FutureLab, Wobb, they have very different working environment. So, Gen Y are very interested in this kind of working environment, and you can see Google, you know, that kind of environment is for Gen Y. So, how Wobb is addressing the problem is that they develop the app Wobb, where you can intuitively apply for the job, where you don't have to, let's say you scroll through job street, that job description, and that's the company name. So you still have to open another tab to see what's the company is all about, what do they do, what's the working culture like. So with Gen Y in mind, they built and developed the job app. It's very intuitive, very fast. You need like 5 seconds to apply for job. It's very easy. Okay. Tell a story. So you tell story so that the panel can visualize your idea. If you have mock-up, put in mock-up as well. So sometimes you just talk and you just macam cerita, or you tell story about your solution. But sometimes they are still wondering, how is it going to look like? What's the process flow like? So put in mock-up and to help them with the visualization. Very easy for them, making it very easy for them to understand your idea and business better. Explain your product. This is visualization will definitely help. Don't forget to explain your target market. How are you going to do marketing? How are you going to acquire your customer? What's your marketing strategy? In that 5 minutes, don't forget, explain your business model. Don't spend more than 2 minutes in one slide. So always practice. Okay, show them your timeline and your utilization of fund. And the final slide will be your management team. Who is behind the idea, the background of each of the team members, and always practice your pitch. Make sure 5 minutes is enough for you to explain everything to the panel. Always do mock-up pitch as well. So just ask your friend to stand there, or sit there and listen to your pitch, and let them ask you question. Always practice, and make sure 5 minutes is enough for you to cover everything, from business model, from problem, solution, your target market, competitor, business model, how are you going to charge them, your utilization of funding, how much do you need, and how are you going to utilize the fund, and lastly your team member. Okay, any question from the floor or from the Facebook Live? Anything from the floor? Yes, but it's not going to be a strong case. So that's why I emphasize on validation. You can apply as an idea, but the competition in Cradle is very, very... Yes. We receive like 60, 80 application every month, and you want to come and pitch with an idea. So know yourself and know your business. I am here to help you and to guide you. And when I say validate your idea, please validate your idea. That will definitely strengthen up your case to get shortlisted. We will see where is your competitive, where is your unique selling proposition lah. How are you different from Grab? Let's say, okay, if you were to pitch for something like Grab, so the question that the probably question that the panel will ask is, how are you different from Grab? Is there any way for you to get all the customers, the Grab's customers, to switch to you? How are you different? How are you better than them? If you were to pitch similar idea, know your competitor, know how are you different and how are you better than them. Okay, prioritize. Yes, get like 4% or 3%. One will manage the whole operation. One CEO or CEO. One will hit the tech part. One will hit the business part. So 3 is always enough. Don't get too many people in the team. It will be a mess. Seriously, it will be a mess. We have cases where along the way, core management team, they separated, they don't see eye to eye anymore. Yeah, that is the problem. That is we always see that coming. We always see that kind of incident or that kind of problem raised. So keep your team, I mean the team in the management team very, very small. And learn to delegate. Sometimes as a CEO or as a founder, you have to delegate. You cannot do everything on your own. You cannot be in control of everything. No. We funded students from UTM. They did charging cable that will charge your phone very quickly. Yeah, they're about to finish their prototype development as well, and they are at the same time they are finishing their master degrees. So they are team of students. So we don't limit to Yeah, we don't limit to like you have to work or you have to graduated from university. No, as long as you are 18 and above Malaysians, we are okay to fund you. Anything else? For CIP 300, we have funded. I think we had just had our first approval meeting. 4 companies, if I'm not mistaken, or 5, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, we just get that first batch approved. So that is the first 5 lah. Previously, we have funded. I think I have the numbers actually, but yeah, I deleted the slide just now. A lot, yeah. Oh, okay. You want? Oh, that's why you have to do competitive analysis. You have to know your competitor. Read a lot. I mean, go through Tech in Asia. There are many content for startup. Tech in Asia, you can go to E27. What else? Pitch book. It's actually the information is everywhere. You really have to study your market, study your business, study your competitor. No, we have the guideline. Once you get the approval to send in your pitch deck, they will send you the guideline. So you have to follow every slide that they for the guideline. Anything else? Okay, can I? Okay. Mm-mm. For pitching, it's very basic requirement, eligibility requirement. So you have to be 18 and above, you have to be Malaysian, you have to be a team of 2, at least 2 person in a team. Your company is not more than 3 years old, and revenue not more than 3 million. That is the basic requirement lah. Your idea has been validated. How do we know if your idea has been validated? In the slide, you can put in all the traction. So let's say you are doing something like Grab. So we have done our beta testing, or we have done our validation. So we have XX amount of subscribers already. That is validation. So we will check during our pitching. We will check whether or not it's true. You have done your validation. If you have a website, we want to see your website. If you have Facebook, we want to see your Facebook. How many likes do you have? Is there any interaction in your website? Okay. Yes. How is it affected? I think there's no. You're not affected if you are idea stage, early stage. But the fund is getting smaller and the competition is getting getting, yes, equity investment. Okay. Yes, we have 2 approval meeting, investment committee meeting. Yeah, recently, but we cannot announce the company yet because we haven't signed the agreement. We are in the midst of due diligence process, so our lawyers are looking into all these companies. Yeah, we're looking to invest in at least 13 company this year for DEQ 800. Oh, actually it's okay. Let me go back to the presentation. For DEQ 800, we fund everything that has tech. So basically, if you you have IoT business, we fund you. If you have an apps or business solution, we fund you. Anything that revolves around tech, yes. This is the investment focus for DEQ. Basically, the same goes to CIP 300 as well. But for DEQ 800, we want you. We are here to help you grow, expand your business. So your business is stable already. You are like 3 years old company. You are stable. You need more funding for you to grow regionally. So you want to go Singapore, you want to go Thailand or Philippines. So we give you the money to do the expansion. And if 800 is not enough for you, we have co-investment. So we always go around asking our co-investment partner whether or not they are interested to co-invest with us, so that you get more than 800K. Yeah. There's no minimum valuation, but maximum we're looking at 8 to 15 maximum. You can be very cheap, but we don't want to take too much of your stake. Let's say your company is valued at 1 million, so 800K is already 80% of your company. Yeah. That's why for DEQ 800, it's very important for us to see your financial traction, your projection, and your current revenue, so that we can determine your valuation from your revenue, from comparable startup player doing the same thing. That is how we do valuation. Okay. If the primary applicant is not Malaysian, yes. But you have to tell the panel lah. I am the only one presenting today. My co-partner my co-founder is overseas or working. Yeah, that is acceptable. Do you have any more questions? Yeah, you can always ask me questions. I'll be around. Or if you want a one-to-one session, you can always book me at FutureLab. Yeah, I always get book in FutureLab. They want career advice. They want how to get Cradle funding. Yeah, things like that. Oh yeah, okay. A bit about myself. Are we over on the live stream? Okay. I graduated in 2008 in biology. So doing what I am doing now is very far apart. I don't imagine myself being an investment analyst at all. But sometimes you just had to do that career switch from a biology science student to a financial background, with no financial background, becoming an investment analyst. But it's always not too late for you to do any switch or leap of faith where you change 180 degree. So I advise a lot of students who find that they don't know what to do with their degree. So I advise a lot of students about don't stop yourself, don't limit yourself to if you are a science student, you have to work in science industry or research. You can go to to many other industry. Just don't limit yourself. So I started with being a research officer with Mardi, but I am doing the commercialization part, so tech transfer. So after a few years, I think I need to do. No, I cannot be in that industry anymore. I need a new thing in my life. I need to get driven again. So I applied to Cradle Fund, and here I am. Last 2 years, I was with CIP Catalyst, and I moved into DEQ 800 early this year. So yeah, don't stop yourself, don't limit yourself. That is my advice to everyone. You always believe in yourself. You can do. When you want things to happen, you will find a way for it to happen. Okay. Thank you.